I see a fairly repetitive error being completed by some traders. And the error is to allow yourself to get stopped out within the range of power. Let me show you this. So this is the area of power. Ah, that's too big. Let me get that fixed here. Boom. To the right of this fat bar is power. Okay? Because strong bars shoot their power to the right, their supportive power to the right in layers. So if you allow in a trade yourself to be stopped out here, you are allowing yourself to be stopped out into the net, the protective net that a fat solid bar is providing you. You see, when a trend is in place and it remains healthy, it does not eliminate its fat bars. I'm going to repeat that. When a trend is in place and remains healthy, right? You can have a trend that starts to stop being healthy. When you have a trend that remains healthy, it does not eliminate its fat bars. So if we take a look at this whole trend here, the whole one, every single fat bar is honored. Watch this. All right? All right, and I would say there's no fat bar after that. But every fat bar, every decent, solid green bar is honored. Do you understand? Now, you can throw, right? You can throw the fat red bars in there as well. And so if a fat red bar happens that gets taken out, you can use the fat red bar as an adjustment as well. See? So now, to walk this stop up fat bar by fat bar would look something like this, including the red, right? Some people would look at that. Now, here's interesting. The higher you go, the smaller your fat bars can be that you use. So the beginning will tend to be fatter than the second part. That makes sense because of all the piling in the beginning of a move and the starting to ease out for profits at the end of a move, right? So your bars tend to get smaller, not all the time, but they tend to get smaller after an elongated move because of profit taking. Okay? So if you were to do that and allow yourself to adjust smaller and smaller as you get higher, it would look something like this. All right, here's the first move. Boom, 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 boom. You see what I'm saying? So you'd walk this stock up fat bar by fat bar, but allowing your gauge for fatness or a solid bar to get smaller and smaller as you become more and more mature. Now, my main point is this. You see this bar here? If you allow yourself to get stopped out inside of this bar, you don't understand the power of fat bars. Fat bars provide a cushion, a net, a protection, and it's almost like giving up. Someone's chasing you to try to kill your trade, and they're chasing you, and you need to run to safety, and the safety is the police department. up ahead, and you're running, you're almost out of breath. They're right behind you. You get to the police department and then give up. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're giving up at the help. You're giving up at the savior. You're giving up in the net. You already fell into the net. Now you give up? Like, that means that you don't really understand the power of big bars, right? So if we look here, see this big bar? To get stopped out here is wrong. Okay? To get stopped out here is wrong because now you're inside of this fat bar. Are you following this, guys? I want you to try to be cognizant of this. Don't allow yourself to get stopped out in fat bars. Let me show you something this morning that I was reviewing. Look at Facebook here, right? Let's go to Facebook because this was something that I was dealing with this morning. Okay? You see this fat initial bar in Facebook today. There are some people who would try to go short here because this red bar broke. Here's a topping tail bar. This red bar broke the bottom of the topping tail bar. We're in negative territory, but they would try to go short here, which is wrong because you're now in the power range of this bar, and especially the top. The top of power bars are very, very powerful. It gets a little bit less and less as you get deeper, but the very top of it is really powerful. So you get a bar, you get a power bar to the downside like this, the very bottom of it is the most powerful as terms of resistance. You get a solid green bar like this. The very top of the bar is the most powerful in terms of support. My point is that even if you were long here and you put a stop here, that's wrong. You're getting stopped out right into the most powerful part. Okay? Now, it's not that big bars can't be eliminated. They can. It's just that that means that something's changing in the quality of the trend. All right? And if you were to have gone long into this power bar, thinking that violence makes all of this above it disappear, then your big bars look something like this all the way up to the 200. Okay? And guys, it's my favorite stop adjustment, by the way. You can look at anything. What else has run today? Give me something else that ran today nicely. What ran today very nicely? Give me something. Starbucks did a nice little drop to the downside, right? Okay. So if we go to Starbucks, well, you don't really have big bars here. So you got one big bar. So there's no big bars here. That's why this pullback can be pretty nicely because it doesn't have anything solid here to basically stop it like that. So the pullback can be a little bit deeper. All right? But I believe that if there were some solid bar here, it would stop that pullback in its tracks like this. It would stop in the range of that solid red bar. It wouldn't be getting up here on average, I would say.